There's blue smoke in my eye. Let's try this again, shall we? Some of you guys are dealing with an Aquarius who either thinks you have a lot of people or vice versa. Some of you guys, this person is meant to be in your life to help you. I don't know what's going on with my eyes right now. Tripping. Someone's really frustrated with this. I can't really see. Someone is trying really hard to control their emotions when it comes to things, but it's like someone's having a lot of memories and about the past. Some of you guys just need to communicate more because some of the things you've been through could help other people, and that's what we're here for sometimes, whether or not we know that. What's up, Diamond Rider? It's been a minute. Some of you guys, you have an idea of a business adventure. You put it on a shelf. You're not, it's like you think about it, but you don't really like do anything. And you're kind of waiting for something. Like you're waiting for this to just fall in your lap. When in the reality, it's your vision and it's time for you to kind of, you have the ability to do this yourself, like bring it forward. But you have to, you know, bust and move a little bit. Write the letters to people. Someone needs to communicate what it is that they want. Someone could have something to do with the will, what their wishes when they die. Someone doesn't want to hear it, but it's just like being creative, and in those moments you have to show yourself love too and not be stuck in that energy where you close up and don't talk to people. Because believe it or not, whatever you have to offer, another person needs. So while you're holding on to it, someone is like really afraid to make a decision because it's like she's hanging from a tree, right? The Hanged Man. Because there's 3 people here. But this person knows the one that they want, which leaves someone out. But there's like, someone's really afraid of their emotions, even though I don't even think it would be a bad outcome. It's just someone's been hurt, so they don't want to look stupid again. Someone's really mad that you're not talking to them. So like giving you the stink eye low key, but you're not even around them. There's a lot of subconscious inner child healing for a lot of us right now, and I think it's time to have a plan. I see a lot of independent energy where, you know, ideally you'd want to be with another person, but at the same time, maybe we need to let go of the idea that we're supposed to have someone with us all the time. We're going through a hella changes right now. Maybe some of you guys are transforming and you're not the same person anymore. So you might have been engaged to someone or with someone and you're not really sure how it's going to go now because you're a completely different person and you need to make a decision, you know, are these people helpful to me? Can we do business together? you know, are you a fan or are you a business partner type of energy? Like, let's be honest. Can you stand the rain? Like New Edition said. And so did Kim Michelle's ugly ass in her new song. Someone has a lot of patience for this, but I think someone's idea or way of dealing with things is like not doing anything. Like that's how they solve problems. And then someone else's would be to investigate and figure out what the problem is, you know, talk about it, but that's not how everyone deals with things. I'm not on a specific sign because I tried to do signs and my live got cut off. So, there's like people in our lives are going to be a mirror of ourselves that we don't want to see. But sometimes the things that we think are super ugly that we don't want to face and don't want to talk about or deal with isn't even that big of a deal. That's our own opinion. It's not other people's. Some of you are wondering if you could make it through law school, if you should, you know, take the time to do things. Why not? You know, it's a lot of work. You have to have the determination. You maybe not party so much and know that you have help. Some of you guys ask your family to help you or the people around you. Someone thinks that you're not serious about them for some reason. There's a lot of childhood emotions that were like, she's afraid to pick up that cup. It's covered by an octopus. Things are like, these emotions are scary. Some of us are like scared to death to be happy because something bad is going to happen or something. You know how you have that feeling when you've been hurt so many times? Someone needs to tell somebody that they're with that it's just sex, despite how it appears. So maybe the vacation. Whose energy is this? Gemini again. There's a lot of regret about things that have happened. But that grief and that suppressed emotions, it's time to just let it out. Some of you guys just need to cry. Some of you guys need to understand that you're protected. Not everybody's trying to manipulate you. Not everybody is lying to you. Maybe sometimes the wishes and hopes that you have would be the same thing another person has, but you wouldn't know that because you haven't communicated it. Some of you guys are afraid of getting hit by karma because you know low-key you probably deserve it. Some of you guys like convince yourselves that you can't be successful or have what it is that you want. You gave up on something that you were working on. Some of you guys lost somebody, so you kind of gave up on life, and this person's right next to you in your ear trying to tell you, keep going. They might communicate through things, but there's just like too much going on. Stress literally is a killer for some of you guys. You need to understand that. I've been through it. It's real life, you know? You don't really think about it until you end up with like major fucking heart problems. You're like, damn, maybe I need to chill out a little bit, do some meditation. A lot of our issues are our own. You don't convince yourself. Don't listen to the anxiety or the fear. You can only choose one, fear or faith. Sometimes you have to fake it. Like because we're so fucked up, we have to like literally say things out loud that we might not really believe at first, but the more you say these positive things, the more your subconscious is going to remember, you know? We have to reprogram a lot of shit, and it's not something that is going to be easy for any of us. We've got past shit like a motherfucker, but at the end of the day, we're making this better for our kids. power is here. You know, we're figuring out, a lot of you guys are going to be figuring out that maybe it's time to be honest about some things. Maybe it's, you have a lot of abilities and it's okay to admit it or accept that, you know? Encourage another person on the same journey as you are. Does it hurt anybody to give a compliment? You know? It's okay to care about other people, believe it or not. It's okay to write down the things that you, like when you repeatedly have anxiety, the things that you're afraid of. Some of you guys are really talented in communication. Your ancestors are trying to show you, stay committed to what you're doing. Don't be afraid of any part of you, because no matter how fucked up you think you are, maybe it's not true. Maybe you convinced yourself that, or you believed what other people said about you or told you or whatever. Change your vision and stop listening to your fears. Some of you guys need to start writing. Even if you don't know what you're going to write about, just start writing whatever thoughts come into your head. Some of you guys need to stop fucking with the Gemini. They deserve to be left alone and to move. They need to go back to where they came from. End of story. People make their beds sometimes. Some of you guys have spirit guides that talk to you through your children. And sometimes in this life, you're going to think that your life should be a certain way and that you should be with a certain person and it should look like this, but maybe that's not what's meant for you. Maybe that's what you convinced yourself it was meant for you. It's never going to be that picture perfect thing. And a lot of the times people please in a relationship. At the end of the day, I don't think a lot of us even know how many times someone that we're with has totally fucking lied and like told you that and went along with things when they didn't even want to, you know? Stop doing that. Some of you guys would be really good teachers, especially to young boys that have been through something. This is knowledge being passed down through generations to uplift the younger generations that are coming after us, because we didn't have that. Celebrate our children. Celebrate the things, their birthdays. Listen to them when they talk. Stop running from making decisions. You're going to overcome a challenge either way. It doesn't matter how big a challenge is at one point. It goes away eventually, you know what I mean? You're going to overcome it, but you're gaining experience, and the experience that you're gaining is for a reason, because you're going to be teaching people along the way. And someday, somewhere along the line, someone's going to need to hear or just know someone else has been through this, and you're going to be able to help the next person. And that's kind of what it's all about, because believe it or not, it's not all about ourselves. Some of you guys have to let the universe take over when it comes to a certain thing. Like some of you guys are really afraid of caring again. You know, I think some of you guys would be surprised to know how someone really feels about you. Be honest about it, but it's just like, a lot of us are really empathic, but you know how many times we like can feel other things, but no one ever says anything? It's like a big ass elephant in the room, and we're just kind of like, you know what I mean? A lot of us are building a legacy for our families. There's good fortune here. This is like learning that true love is being brave, that we have intuition here. We have the truth, we have accepting things, we have completing things. You know what I realized? I don't complete a lot of things. I start a bunch of shit and I never finish. And I used to watch movies, and I didn't like the ending, I would stop it at that point, because then it didn't really happen that way, right? But we're not really preventing the ending, we're just prolonging something that's inevitably gonna happen. It's really hard for us to talk about our feelings because we're afraid of them. Someone is really salty. Y'all are dealing with a salty ass female right here. But is that your problem or theirs? Message. Things have to be evened out. You can't make another person feel secure when they're insecure within themselves. You can make another person happy when they're not happy with themselves. Try. You could offer your love and fly in on this horse and try to manipulate the energy and show them that you care, but at the end of the day, they're the ones that are fucked up, okay? And it's going to be pretty karmic and toxic after a while, so how long are we going to do this? Some of you guys, it's really hard for you to walk away. It's really hard for you to it's like you don't even want to accept something anymore. It's like you're ignoring it. You're afraid of it is what it comes down to. But it's still there's still a choice that has to be made. And you can sit out here in the woods by this tree, or you could take your mask off and say what you need to say, you know? If this is what you want, then you're gonna have to do it. You're being backed into a corner. It's like they're dangling the carrot in front of your face. What are you gonna do? Do you want the flowers? Do you want this gift? Well, then you have to talk about your feelings. To share with the class. It's time to be honest. Not having a lot of options isn't exactly the best way to go sometimes, you know? Because in these cups, like 4 of them are poison. So is it successful or is it not? You're not going to feel grounded because you have 7 different people you're dealing with. That's just chaotic. Some of you guys need to move away from a situation and keep your shit to yourselves, because it's time for some of you guys to choose to fucking be happy but not tell people what that is. Make the choice, because you're at the crossroads. You've been at the crossroads. You're going to stay stuck, not moving forward until you make this choice. Some of you guys need to take the pets with you. Ow. Some of you guys have a cat who is like a good luck charm. If my foot goes to sleep one more time. Things are getting better, but it's like you can't see it right now. You know when you're in your feelings? Have you ever noticed when you're sad, you listen to sad music? Why do we do that? Like, those feelings are just going to follow us, you know? Some of us need to just go out with whoever it is, go where the love is. Have the courage to be who you are unapologetically. We've all been heartbroken. We've all lost people. We've all given money to the wrong people. We've all been stressed out. We've all had to learn shit the hard way. Nobody has an easy road in this life. Nobody. But sometimes we have to take responsibility for making the choices that we've made. Some of us have no sense of individuality at all because you're always around people who tell you who to be. And you believe them. But who's the more powerful one? Because if people can control you like that, then they're also controlling your energy. And it might not be to your advantage. We all have an angel and a devil on our shoulder, right? Who do you listen to? Sometimes the bad stuff is easier to believe. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Some of you guys are being really fucking lazy. This level of frustration is because you're refusing to make a choice. It's like you don't want to because you know you have to. Nobody wants to step in this water and feel all these feelings. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad as you think. Maybe the fear is controlling you and making you believe that it's going to be something that it's not. Not every experience you're going to have is going to be the same. Some of you guys would be really good at scrying, you know, with the crystal ball. But there's something about covering your crown chakra when you do it, because that might help. Somebody needs to drink a lot more water. So for some of you guys partnering with more than one person, the power of 3 is powerful. And when it comes to choosing, maybe you can, I don't want to say choose more than one person, but if it's actually for something like, you know, maybe it's somebody in your family you don't want to, like, you just tell them you don't want to have to choose between your family and whoever you're with. Like, that shouldn't have to be a choice. Everybody deserves to be happy, but it's like someone's really miserable, you know? Some of you guys, your cat either saved your life or they have, like, they're always there when you're sad. I think they do more for you than you know. They talk to you, or you guys talk, I don't know. When you're manifesting something, you know, we get really frustrated because we don't get what we want right away. We have to have it right now. That's how my kids are. But you're almost like, it was explained in someone's video, I can't remember who it was. Basically, when you put that thought out and that intention out, so that's a train going one way, right? But you doubting it and second guessing it and trying to control it is like preventing the train from this. So there's one going the opposite way. So it's like they're like stuck going like this and it's not moving because you know how when you stand at the microwave waiting for your popcorn, don't burn it like me because it smells really bad, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But you know how when you're waiting for something and you're all your attention is like stuck on waiting for something, it takes forever. The whole point is to manifest it and put it out there and leave it alone. Just trust that it's coming in, which isn't something we're very good at all. But there's a journey here, and the power is behind the intention and not trying to control the outcome. Either way, this thing spins, you know what I mean? Maybe not when we want it to, maybe not on our time clock, you know? Maybe you don't want to hear the message. Maybe you don't want to admit to maybe some of the things that you're needing to get away from are toxic. Some of y'all are in a toxic ass marriage. Ouch, with the water sign. And they're like a psychic vampire almost. They're just sucking the life out of you. And it's just causing a lot of problems in your life. Like, you need a break. Thank you. Some of you guys are meant to be in the public. Some of you guys are meant to be in communications. Some of you guys are built for everything that you've ever been through in your life, whether you feel like it or not. Not everybody wakes up feeling like $1 billion, but what if I told you that your DNA was constructed before you came here and you just didn't know that? So you believe what other people told you about yourself. and the things that you've been through. But you didn't know that your mind is really powerful. You have a lot of abilities. Your career isn't everything. You know what I mean? It's not, you can't control it maybe sometimes, but a lot of us dwell on things and we think things should go a certain way, but whatever happens is going to happen. Thank you, Tanya. You know when you have a lot of thoughts about something, like when something pops into your head, sometimes they say it's another person thinking about you, but those are your spirits talking to you, whoever your guides are. I don't know who they are, but receive those messages, accept those messages, and start listening to them. Listen to the positive messages instead of the ones that cause you fear. Some of your guys' dreams are, you like astral travel and like heavy, getting a lot of downloads in your sacral chakra, but you're being guided through this. But there's some things you went through when you were little that you don't remember. And your subconscious does, and it's fucking you up. When you were like between the ages of 2 and 10, and your family didn't even tell you about it. Some of you guys were 10. And that's why you can't remember it at all. And that's why they say hypnotherapy is effective for people, because our brain kind of rewires itself to protect it from that memory, but in reality, it kind of fucks us up. That's the whole problem with having an ego, because we think it's protecting us, but it's just fucking us up even more. We have to free our minds. When they say free your mind and the rest will follow, the unconscious mind is something that hasn't really been explored. That's why people get into meditation. That's why people listen to these videos. Is it gonna hurt anybody to turn on a YouTube meditation with some sounds when you go to sleep? You're not gonna remember anyway, but your brain will. Start somewhere, you know? They say that there is no disease that even exists until you put that thought into your brain. So they can tell you you're dying of cancer, but once that thought was put into your brain, you believed it. You don't have to. I don't think anybody who's diagnosed with cancer should do any type of radiation. But that's just my thought. We got to start teaching ourselves more. If we want to truly be and get the things that we want, we got to take better care of ourselves. We got to take better care of the people around us. When they say it takes a village, that doesn't mean you, yourself, and you. You know what I mean? To be successful, you need other people. You need other people to walk with you. It's a joint effort, you know, to get to the outcome that you want. And some of you guys are being held back because you're supposed to learn to work with other people. That you don't have all the power in this. That it takes more bravery to reach out to other people, you know, have compassion for them. That we're going to be teaching other people, and we're constantly going to be rotating between a teacher and a student with everyone in our lives, even our kids. Some of you guys have the gift of prophecy, and you know very well the difference between different things, and you can see when, like, the outcome of things. So when you're told, when you've been told that this is going to be successful, why do you convince yourself that it's not? Like, why do we do that? I can sit here and I can tell you this is who you were, this is what's going to happen, but we convince ourselves that it's not going to, because why? Why can't you be a celebrity? Why can't you be a public speaker? Why can't you have abilities that no one talks about? You know, we're not all the devil. We're not all witches. Some of you guys are legit angels. Some of you guys are legit training to be ascended masters, or you already are. Wrap your mind around that. Do you know everyone has the ability to be a psychic? That a lot of the times when I do readings for people, they already know, but it's like they second guess themselves. So I'm just repeating the same information back to them because they convince themselves of the different outcome. We have to learn to let that shit go. We're like rebirthing ourselves. You know what I mean? When it comes to death, so many people are afraid of it, but it's like when you have someone in your life that dies, do you think they leave you? Really? We're multi-dimensional beings. You can't see them, but they're with you. When you think about them, when those memories that you have, those smells, those... you remember things that you used to do with them when you're sleeping, you know, they're always by your side. Stop being afraid of death. Everybody, it happens to everybody. But those feelings that are associated with it is like fucking up your balance. Some people go so deep into grief, they make themselves physically ill. They hold those feelings, they suppress them, and it'll just eat you up from the inside out. Where do you think diseases come from? The 1% doesn't want anyone to discover how strong you truly are, because then we'd be a threat. The whole reason anything esoteric was witchy or deemed wrong or whatever the case may be is because we have the power to be incredibly powerful. If everybody could be at a place in their life where they weren't in their own way and they manifested what they wanted, then we wouldn't really need to do the shit that we do. We wouldn't be going to a job and working for 40 hours a week for people we don't even like. We wouldn't be doing the things that we're supposed to do, the American dream. So it wouldn't be controlled, basically. Why is it so easy to convince ourselves we can't do things? Our ancestors showed us a lot of compassion. So we need to show the same to ourselves and other people. Our ancestors are heavy. They're deep right now. The power is really deep right now. And the only way they can really communicate with you is in your dreams. But the message is you're growing and you're coming back a different person. You're not the same person that you used to be. You're not that little kid anymore. You can be whoever you want to be by yourself. You don't need a savior. The idea of the home and the family isn't going to be the same definition for everybody. Some of us aren't going to be married, okay? Some of us are going to have 4 kids, not be with a man. Because they come with too much baggage. That's what Tyler's tarot did the Scorpio reading today, and he said, Scorpio, you come with a hell of baggage. And I listened to another Scorpio reading, they're like, there must be a lot of kids around here. And I busted out laughing. I was like, there sure in the fuck is a lot of kids around here. You know what I mean? But where would I be without my kids? By my side. I like my kids more than I like most people. At least I know they're genuine, motherfuckers. There's so many things that are unknown to us, but at the same time, they're known. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. This routine that we've been in isn't going to work anymore when it comes to the transition that we're going through. We're going to be picking up on more things. Some of you guys are so afraid to age. Like you think, you look in the mirror and you think, man, I'm getting old. You think that you're ugly. Some of you guys feel like you're too old to have kids. Well, you're going to be finding out you're pregnant in like 4 months or 4 days or in July. Some of you guys need to have the courage that your father didn't have in your life. Do what your father didn't do. You don't have to be the same. You don't have to do to other people what has been done to you. Subconsciously, we do that. But that's not really what you're trying to do. But until you heal that, you're literally unknown to you. The way you communicate with people, the lack of patience, the stubbornness, the really hating the feminine energy is all some things that you saw as a child. You're blocking your blessings. Causing problems for yourself. Some of you guys have friends who mirror this energy to you and you can't fucking stand them. But what you hate in another person is a part of you. And we're going to keep being shown those. You can run from it, but then you're going to have somebody else, someone completely new that you're going to meet. It's going to be the same thing over and over and over and over, because this is, I'm going to put you up on game. We have had a break for a very long time. We don't get a break anymore. We all have to face our shit one way or the other. Nobody wants to. We don't have a choice. It's hard. And it's chaotic. And it's a fucking adventure. But goddamn it, we're growing and we're learning how to talk. Everybody has problems. We have issues, you know. We are gambling a little bit too much, where maybe we're not organized, maybe social media is a problem, but at the same time, things are going to keep blowing up. But we can be overcome by the stress or the anxiety, but we have to learn to control our emotions, especially if you're a water sign or you have heavy water in your chart. Because everything that I have done for a very long time in my life is rooted by my emotions. And it just fucked me up in the long run. I didn't have control over them. I literally used to be the female version of a Hulk. Y'all, it was crazy and scary. But I couldn't control it because that's what my emotions were doing. You know? But through all of this, it's almost like we're going back to that child energy, where that innocence and that patience and the learning is starting over. But for some of us, it's like we're going back to being kids again. You know, the part of your childhood that was fucked up, that's where we're being put back, and we're redoing it over. The parts that we're kind of rewriting the history a little bit. And it's going to take a lot of compassion for ourselves mostly, and other people. Because we need to figure out ourselves in our own individuality. Have your own vision for your life and stop accepting other people. Embrace your own power. Some of you guys, your kids think the world of you. You know, like the superhero that they think you are. What if you really are a superhero? It's going to take a lot of self-discipline. It's going to take a lot of determination. It's going to be hard to be around energy that's intimidating. And when you have anxiety about certain things, that's a trigger that hasn't been healed. A lot to do with family for some of us. Let's be honest about it. We were lied to. We don't have to accept that truth anymore. We don't have to accept that outcome for our lives anymore. So what if we're from a family where no one graduated from college? It doesn't mean that has to be your outcome. Maybe you don't know how to express your feelings in a relationship, or it's just really communication. So you're teaching that to yourself again, like Hooked on Phonics, but the grown-up version. Who cares if we have to start over? Some of you guys just need to find the people like that are, you know, we get so disappointed in people, but why don't we just go where the love is and fuck the rest of these people that want to play games, you know? Why do we keep trying to make it work with people who clearly are fucked up? Let's be honest. We can't grow within those people that want to live in those lies. We're going to be growing out of that energy, and we're not going to be the same person, so these people can't come with us anymore. And sometimes your talents, your abilities, and your karma is going to be different than the other person's. Heads up, you're a different person than them. You're not going to be like other people. You don't have to be like other people. This transformation that we're going through right now, everyone has a certain specific set of skills. But until we learn that it's give and take, it has to be equal in everything that we do to get what we want. And some of us are going to have to learn to work with other people. God damn it. You can't be a beta fish the rest of your life. But I was a red one just so you know, I wanted to be a red one. But you know what happens when you put a bunch of male beta fish together? And I thought they were really pretty in the same tank. I didn't know they were going to kill each other. I'm not a very good pet owner. The power of 3. It's not just communication, it's working together with other people and finding success and working together with other people. Remembering that if you bring 3 different people that have 3 different views, you know, finding a way, a common ground to work with these people and sharing your ideas and your gifts and your talents could bring you further in life. And a lot of it is just like accepting that we have a lot to learn from other people. We don't know everything. Is it going to kill you to have people by your side helping you? It's going to kill your pride? Because you're going through changes. Not really menopause or like puberty, but individuality. Your own version of walking in your own set of boots. Soul, it's like a soul change. It's not just on a monetary level. This is reconnecting with the person you've meant to be your entire life. And it's not going to go the way you thought it was going to go. Some of you guys have to kill that bad part of your ego, that the dark wolf that you've been listening to most of your life. It's time to let that one go. If you have multiple personalities or bipolar or schizophrenia, you got to let some of those go. We use a security blanket for your brain, for whatever you've been through. You have to let them go. They're not really helping you if you think about it. You're becoming someone completely brand new. By yourself. For you, by you, right? We have to have more optimism. We can't be negative about this shit because you're going to bring the negative in your life. This power is very real. The things that you say, because your abilities are changing, everyone is being upgraded. Because you're changing, you can't think the way that you used to. You know how intelligent people are? You know how many abilities you have? Despite how people appear, it's a lot of unknowns here. Some of us, it's just this family thing. We can't let it go. We can't let it go how our parents were. But here's the thing, because things happen over and over, they probably were treated like shit too. Maybe they did the best that they could. Doesn't make it okay. We don't have to accept the shit that they did, but it is time to accept what it was. And maybe they did the best they could, and that was fucked up. But we can't blame them. All we can do is change ourselves so we can change our future. So we're not doing the same shit over and over and over and over. What you don't deal with is going to follow you until you take care of yourself. Until you find your own vision, until you learn. Balance and harmony is huge. You don't need to have parents. You don't need to have another person. You don't need to have whatever idol. You don't need to have a lot of money. You don't need to have a drug. You need to get rid of the fucking doubts and the fears and the negative shit in your life. Figure out why you can't stop drinking. Figure out why you can't put the drugs down. Figure out why you can't talk about things. We're so afraid to admit the things we've been through because we don't want to look bad. Who the fuck cares? We can only really have the peace that we want when we get rid of the things that we've suppressed. And I don't know about you, but I suppressed shit for a very long time. Which is why I turned into the Hulk. But it's not cute. When the white girl loses her shit, okay? It's not cute. You can isolate yourself, or you can free yourself. But understand there's a spirit attached to a lot of the things that we're dealing with. So when we don't understand why people are so fucked up, why this world has so many things that are going on that we don't understand, there's spirits attached to it. And those are attached to negative emotions and thoughts. Remember that before you make the same mistake, before you go back to the same shit. Remember that. How many times this person lied to you? How many times has this person really helped you? Maybe they look good, but are they helping you? Do they benefit your life in any way? Do they care about you, or do they care about themselves? Do you know the person that you're with, or does it just look good to other people? Curiosity killed the cat, but at least they were curious enough to go find out the truth. You know what I mean? Cats watch everything. They see everything. Any kind of movement, they see it. They watch. But they're paying attention. They're woke. They're not ruled by their fears. Some of you guys are going to be something to do with your community. Something to do with a sponsor. It's time for people to do their own, do your own business. And it's hard. You're not going to make a lot of money. And you might be broke sometimes, but some of us are meant to be on this journey. And we just need something to kind of boost the morale. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of shit out there. There's all, just do the research and stop thinking you have to do everything yourself. There has to be a balance. Some things have to end completely. The conflict, the constant shit. Why? Go where the love is. You're going to know when you're going in the right direction because you're not going to constantly be karmically blocked from people and places and things. You're going to start seeing success. You're going to start seeing the things that you want. You're going to start realizing things that you truly have no limits, but your only limit is yourself. And God damn it, Emily, get the fuck out of my way. You know? If you see me on the highway, get the fuck out of my way. Somebody got to change the perspective when it comes to marriage. I always said if I got married, I'd have to wear a black dress because white represents purity. And let's just face it, I'm not exactly pure anymore, okay? But at least I admit it, motherfuckers. We can still change the ending to the story. Maybe it wasn't like in the movies, but that was a fantasy. That wasn't real life. It's not going to be like that. We're independent creatures. We were never meant to be taxed and controlled. And yeah, there was slavery a long time ago, but heads up, we're all into slavery now. You know? I don't know. Let's figure it out. This country people didn't have to pay to live here before. But they actually ate vegetables, you know what I mean? Do you know what's in Cheetos? It's disturbing. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm highly disappointed. Some of you guys have no idea like how much of an asset you are to a certain situation. Taurus especially, because you represent money and possessions and income. You're an asset wherever you go. The only thing fucking you up is your fears. Because you don't know the outcome. Your ancestors want to encourage you because you are meant, some of you guys are really meant to be celebrities for real because of your abilities. Some of you guys are like real life earth angels, and you need to free yourself from people, places, things, so you can change your outcome to this. You guys legit are meant to be like big time and you have to decide that for yourself. Go on that adventure. Take back your power. Say to the universe, I call my own power back to me and I cut all ties to things, because what people... I'm not going to come for the girl Taurus because I don't know y'all, but the dudes, I know for a fact y'all don't let shit go. That's why you can go back in your DM and talk to the bitch from how long ago, because you never really ended it. So how many emotional ties do you think you have? If you don't free yourself from things that you know you shouldn't be involved with, and you want to be a family, you want this home life so bad, there's like secretive energy around you, but at the same time, you're not meant to be the same person you were. You're supposed to change, and you're supposed to learn to control your emotions. I'm your complete opposite sign. So a lot of the shit that Taurus has been going through, I have been going through as well. But guess what? I am your cure and you're my disease, or vice versa. So basically, I'm the other part of your personality that you need, and vice versa. So when we have a twin, we literally have twins, but this is the other half of you that you don't know about. It's not easy to see though, because I probably annoy the shit out of people. But I'm the unknown part of your personality. I'm the unknown part of your power. And you're the unknown part of mine, because the shit that I'm not good at, you guys are good at. You guys forgot your confidence. You forgot you're successful. You forgot your power. Forgot where you were going. You don't remember. I'm supposed to help you. So literally, I'm a blessing in your life. And you guys love me. You just don't know it yet, okay? I'm supposed to remind you of what you still have. That you can free yourself. Like, remember at the end of the Free Willy movie when he jumped over the big thing and they didn't think that he could do it? Yes, you can. But guess what? It has a lot to do with this thing right here, your mouthpiece. Expanding, not going back to the same shit, literally. You don't have to be like this nice person all the time. It's like I feel like y'all got it fucked up sometimes, because the people you're really respectful to are the ones that sometimes you should be like, listen, bitch, fuck you. And then the people that you're mean to, you shouldn't be mean to them. You guys need to have fun. Like, your energy is sad, and it's not super sad because it's like on that verge. Like, you know, it's like a teeter-totter. But what you have other people need. It's limitless. What do you want to do? Make a plan and do it. You're the only one that's holding yourself back. Taurus was given the gift to learn that love is real. Pisces is that love makes us divine. Aries is love is an awakening. Sagittarius, love is a journey. Capricorn, love lasts forever. Gemini, love is inspiring. Aquarius, love knows no limits. Cancer, love is nurturing. Leo, love is brave. Virgo, love is selfless. Libra, love is peaceful. And Scorpio, love is instinct. Because I don't think about the shit I do, I just do it. So I don't even know why half the time. But that crazy bitch might know what she's doing, believe it or not. The crazy white girl, she might be kind of smart. Stop isolating yourself from people. Be honest about what you're going through. Wolves ran in packs, right? Because together, they were unstoppable. White, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, whatever color you are, we're supposed to be working together, okay? I know the past was fucked up. Some shit went down. I'm not saying it was okay. The only way shit changes is if we work together. Help each other. Commit to that. Stop juggling shit and not making... If you don't make a decision about which way you want to go, the universe doesn't know what to send you. They try to send you people to help you, but it's hard to see that part of yourself, isn't it? It's hard to believe this could be real or it's successful because you're afraid of it. Because we think love is forever. We think soulmates are forever. We think we're supposed to be with our twin flame. No, we're supposed to learn. Sometimes shit doesn't last forever. This is the thing about love. Love is universal. We're learning these lessons, but at the same time, all this stress and this anxiety and this mental fucking warfare and the crying and the fighting, and no, that's not what you're supposed to do. Ride the wave until it doesn't work anymore, and then keep it pushing with people. Whether or not you love them, they were meant to be in your life at a certain time, but they were never meant to be there forever. So hiding away in the corner and not, you know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest about it. I care about you, but I can't fucking deal with your ass the rest of my life. But we can find a way to get along, for fuck's sake. Our ancestors are making us get along. Why are we so afraid to be happy and believe that we could do whatever we want, that we have abilities, that our spirit guides talk to us, and some of us were witches and psychics, and I know a bunch of shit I shouldn't know. Some people don't like Scorpio because I know shit that I don't even know how I know it, and I don't know how to explain it. I have no business knowing your business, but I know your business, you know what I mean? But I'm really only coming from a good place. But I have issues. But in the process, it's a balance, right? You know, everybody thought Albert Einstein was insane, but look how smart he was. And I think Mozart, like a lot of and Michelangelo, everybody thought they were insane. Here's a message. They were their own person, and they were fucking brilliant. And everyone said they were crazy. So why do we take other people's judgment? People be like, I've had people come into my life. There's been a couple dudes. So other people that don't like me, because I have haters. We all have haters, but so other people would tell them shit about me, and then these people wouldn't fuck with me because of what other people said. You just missed out on your blessing, and you fucked up. I'm just saying, and that's not tooting my own horn. That's real life. Why would other people who have nothing to do with your business convince you to not fuck with me? What is it? What's in it for them? But you believed them and you took their side. People have a problem with me because they have a problem with themselves. And I mirror that back to them. And people don't like to face those things. I can talk to people that are dead. I can tell you what you're meant to be. I can tell you what you did last summer. What your power is. Love is, people don't really want to be loved, but the love that I offer doesn't go away. You know, unconditional love's a real thing. Believe it or not. I have a hard time talking about it, but it doesn't go away. I have to learn, just like everybody else. I have issues, but I also have intuition, and I'm actually pretty helpful, believe it or not. And I'm growing. Why is it so hard to appreciate good people? You know how we get treated like shit? And this side of the fence sucks. But I know at the end of the day, I didn't do anything wrong. But I'm tired of people coming back into my life after they fucked up. Like, why can't you just say you're sorry? Like, why can't you just admit that you're wrong? I appreciate you. It's hard to say. Or I need you, or I love you, or I miss you, or you help me. My honesty kills people. The fact that I'm strong and I'm built like Shaq. I'm intimidating. I don't know why I was built like this. My dad's a truck driver. We're all tall people. Maybe we like legit probably came from Paul Bunyan. I don't fucking know. But I didn't ask to be like this. This is who I am. So if you're a short motherfucker, or if you're skinny, or if you have a problem, like, that's your own issue. But I'm actually a cold piece to have on your team. Okay? And I can't tell you everything, but I can help you and try to get you to see it. I am a good luck charm. People are really, it's hard to accept people to care about you. I have a problem accepting it too because I've always been the one to care. The unknown stuff that you don't know, Scorpio is that person, because we can see the subconscious shit that nobody wants to deal with. Literally every part of your personality or every part of your soul or subconscious that you don't want people to know or deal with, guess who knows? Guess who mirrors it? Guess who channels it? It's a fucking adventure, but any Scorpio you have in your life, you're never going to be the same person. Whether you're their friend, their family member, or their lover, especially if you're their lover. We're literally sexual healers. I need to go to the chiropractor. But anyways, it's about discernment. You know, you can take it or leave it. But it's time to accept your own karma, because some of y'all have been on that wheel for a very long time, and this is you every single night, but you don't change it. You're the only person that has power over your thoughts. Take the message or leave it. But let's be honest. You're the only one that could move yourself forward. Not a drug, not another person, not a bad bitch or a car or any type of money is going to move you forward. You have to do it. We don't need people to do shit for us. We have to do it ourselves. And in us doing that, we're teaching our kids to do that. You know why people go throughout their whole life and they don't know how to do laundry and they don't know how to cook because someone did it for them? What did that solve? Did that do anything for them? No. This fucking fake facade that you have to hold it together and not cry in front of your kids and freak out. Listen, Linda, shit gets real around here, okay? But I'm going to show them it's okay to express their emotions because they need to do the same thing so they don't do the same shit I did. Because I remember, you know, we got to figure out a way to laugh through the bullshit, because laughter is the best medicine. When shit gets bad, find something that makes you laugh, something that makes you smile. If you have kids, if you like comedy, if you, whatever it is, find something to laugh about. Talk to people, go to a meeting, be honest, get back to happiness, whatever that is, whatever it looks like. It's time to get real, okay? Appreciate the people that help you, and stop holding on to people in your life that tell you what you want to hear, that know you have anxiety attacks, and you know that the shit that you're going through, but all they ever do is go to the bar with you, or only talk to you when it's convenient, or whatever the fuck case may be. Those aren't the people that are your friends. You need the real friends in your life that tell you the truth, that you already know. You have to make that decision for yourself. You have the power to free you. You have the power. Stop giving your power to other people. All this shit with not making decisions, not knowing the outcome, that's the real problem, is we don't know the outcome. So we do the same shit that we've always done because we know the outcome, but we don't go anywhere. It's the same outcome. Insanity. One way or the other, we get through the shit that we've been through. The shit that we thought was gonna kill us before, we got through. We're going through it. It's not cute, it's not pretty, it's not fun. And some of us are getting our ass handed to us left and right. It's not cute, and it's really hard. But we have to ground our energy in the right way and not ground it on another person's energy, because it's not stable. Everybody's journey is different. We're going to be stressed out. We're going to have anxiety. We're going to cry. We're going to be frustrated. We're not going to be able to do the same job we've always done. We're not going to heal in the same manner, but we have to take the right steps to do it, one way or the other. It's going to be done. So might as well just rip that Band-Aid off, you know what I mean? Listen to people. Listen to the things around you. Don't listen to respond, listen to understand, or at least try. Because this world is full of everyone with an opinion, but we need other people's opinions to make it work. Believe it or not. Strength is in numbers, not... It's not that you can't find your own strength and you can't do it on your own, but sometimes you're gonna get your ass handed to you, and you're gonna need people. There might be somebody who can help you, and you just refuse to believe that someone else could help you, and they don't know what they're talking about, and that crazy white girl, maybe the crazy white girl knows what the fuck she's talking about. There's a thought. That there will be people by your side when shit gets bad. You don't have to do it alone, but you have to accept them. Do you want to move forward or not? Or do you want to be a creep in the background on social media and, you know, thinking about things and conspiring, but not doing shit? Because one way or the other, life's going to pass you by, and you're going to miss out on people, and you're going to miss that shot. So when Eminem said if you have one shot, one opportunity, would you capture it, or would you let it slip? If you knew you only had one fucking shot, you could no longer stay stagnant, would you go and take the fucking opportunity or not? Or are you going to sit like this another night? Because what does that solve? Same outcome? Your ancestors are forcing you into uncomfortable positions, and when you have that anxiety, it's because you know deep down you're supposed to be changing, you're supposed to be doing things different, and even if you don't talk about it, or you don't deal with it, or you lie about it, you know, that's why it bothers you. If you want to be lifted up, if you want people to, you know, to do certain things, you have to do those for those people. Like, if you want money to come in your life, you have to put money out there. If you want love, you got to put love out there. If you want communication, you got to put communication out there. You know, if you want things to happen, you have to do it first. You have to do it too. You're not just going to be like gifted everything. Now, I could sit here and I could tell you your destiny, but destiny's only going to happen if, like, you know, you deal with your shit. We don't get an easy way out. We can't cut the corners anymore. I tried it. Didn't turn out very well. I ran into the same wall a bunch of times. All I did was fuck my head up, you know what I mean? Didn't really break the wall down, but I convinced myself to do the same shit over and over again. But success is doing it a different way. The way that the road less traveled. Not what everybody else is doing. If you knew who walked beside you, you would never worry about who was against you, right? You know how powerful some of your ancestors are, your angels, your guides, people that have died? Chances are those people that aren't with you anymore are fighting for you in a different realm. Maybe the reason they're not with you is because they were needed over there to be on your team. You know what I'm saying? Their power was needed on that side to help you now in this side, to move you where you need to go. So when you think about those memories with that person, for one, you can talk to them in meditation or when you're sleeping, but two, this was for a reason, because now they're guiding you to where you need to go. Things come back to you in one way or the other. Souls come back to you, whatever the case may be. But the stress and the anxiety and the bullshit, you gotta let it go. Find the fucking balance and the resolution, you know? Whatever's meant to be will be, and we can manipulate the energy and try to get things to go our way, but chances are, even if you get the outcome that you want, you probably didn't want it that much anyway. Have you ever noticed that? When you go after something, because I'm this way, I will go after something until I get it. And then when I get it, I'm just like, why the fuck did I want that? That was stupid. So why don't we just go along with the plan? Because maybe the higher ups know what the fuck they're doing, you know? Focus on what it is that you want and just trust that the universe is going to take you there. When? I don't know. How? I don't know. But taking your own power back and knowing that's going to happen, or at least trusting it, not being a follower. Not doing what your family did. Or what your family wants. Fuck it. Knowledge is power, and the world needs more fucking knowledge. The truth. And that's bravery. That's nurturing. That's selfless. That's peaceful. That's instinct. That's divine. It's awakening. That's journey. And every single sign is a different part of the same journey that we need. So chances are, those people in your life, you needed them at one point. The old way wasn't working, so we had to change what we were doing, right? The biggest thing is mastering ourselves. When they say, what are the 7 sins? When you can master those, then you can master the next. Once we have control over ourselves, then we can take back control of the rest of it. Well, we got to take back control of ourselves first, right? Take responsibility. Because the man in the mirror, you know, change your ways. So whoever's mad about someone getting married to somebody, that's none of your fucking business. Whoever your brother or sister's married to, you got to accept this person because they're mirroring a part of you. Like, let it go. Wish them well. Fake it to make it. Maybe you don't like them, so that's not for you. That's their problem. Be happy for people. That's their decision. If it falls apart, okay, but who the fuck cares? Be there for people, you know? Go on the adventure. Go somewhere you've never been. Discover something, but it's not all about you. Sometimes you're going to have to practice selflessness. Sometimes you're going to be the teacher. Sometimes you're going to be the student. Sometimes you're going to be uncertain and you're not going to be able to see and you're going to be confused. But all those things and those people that talk about you and manipulate you and put you down and whatever, you needed to go through that to remember who you were, because you let other people convince you, you know, that you were something else. If that person was honest with themselves, you know, it's like a fine line between love and hate, and there's a fine line between a fan and an enemy, right? Or people are gonna want what you have, but there's no reason why we all can't eat here. It's not like there isn't enough food to go around or there isn't enough YouTube time or whatever. We all can eat. So stop thinking with your reptilian brain, which is a programming technique to sell us things, you know, like to convince you need to go buy something or go do something. It's based on survival and like breeding and being the best and winning and I don't know, winning at all odds, like no emotions. But when love is involved and unconditional love and compassion, that's what's going to change the world at the end of the day, is love, wisdom, compassion. When the justice of God comes back to this world, when they say the shit in the Bible's wrong, but whatever, this is all about bringing order out of chaos. We need love, we need compassion, and we need order, and we need each other to believe that that could happen. Not what your ignorant ass ego tells you, or what happened in the past, or what's on the news. Through all the bullshit, we all need that love. Love changes things. Love wins. Hate never solved any problems. But we have to have the ability of discernment to figure that out. We have to go through a lot of shit, but everything you go through is what you're supposed to go through. It's not easy, but chances are somewhere out there, there's people going through the same thing that you're going through. So why not come together on the same level? Support each other, for fuck's sake. Because people don't want to listen to other people that haven't been through this shit. So that's why my life is a fucking mess. But at the same time, some of y'all wouldn't listen to me if I didn't go through what you went through, right? Because how could I speak on something I didn't go through? So I've been through the same ringer, chances are. Some of us are waking up first. The first in our friend group, the first in our family, the first fucking anywhere around the hell that I live in the tundra. There's nobody else around here like this. But because I went through this first, I'm going to help other people, right? That's what we're doing this. It's not about us anymore, though. It never really was. But we believed that it was, you know. It was a lot of illusion because we were in the era of Pisces. It was all illusion, fantasy. The age of Aquarius is the truth, knowledge. That's why they're so fucking smart. They know everything, but they do a lot of research. They're educated. They know shit. They know what's not real, and they're not, you know what I mean, what is being like, what we've been lied to, but we have to accept that, you know? The world took away y'all's confidence, the true leaders of the world, you know? They took it away from you, and they treated you really bad, and they oppressed you, and now you believe that you can't rise up, but you can. chances are those people that are down really fucking bad right now are people that were meant to rule the world. Black men, black women. Those are the people that used to rule this world. They're supposed to, but they're the worst. They're treated the worst. So that just goes to show you that the true people with the power, they don't remember anymore because of what they've been through. But they need someone to remind them, this isn't who you are.